people that will be like, well, are you going to release it? Because if you keep bugging about it, the answer is probably going to be no. But if the world does come out, it's not going to be out till maybe, if I decide to release it, maybe around this time 2016, which is about the end of December. Because I don't use World Edit for this. It's all being built block by block as you see it right now happening in front of you. So each individual block has to be taken out, replaced, that's not needed, and then replaced with something else. But yeah, after I finish this wall, I'm just going to end the video. So if you guys like this, please comment, rate, and subscribe. That is the end of part 1 for the Arlen VFW, or Veterans of Foreign Wars post. So thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello guys, welcome back. We are building the VFW right now, but if you haven't watched the last video, go watch it, because it'll explain what's going on with the world and how far it's come since you guys have last seen. It's been a while, that's why we're pushing videos out right now. That I'm just trying to get ahead before the actual new year begins. So yeah, we're just building the VFW, as I've said before, where, if you guys have seen the show or have not seen the show, Cotton and all his war buddies live here at the VFW, because it is, but it isn't like a retirement home type thing, and it's basically where all the veterans go to be together, help each other out. Cotton was part of the 77th Division, U.S. Army, in World War II, and he's proud of it, but not really, but he is kind of proud that he served his country, because he obviously denies Hank as his son because he's always referred to as a draft dodger. And Hank basically gets referred to as the draft dodger because he didn't serve his country, so Cotton disowns him basically. Except in a few episodes where they actually enjoy being with each other, but most of the time they absolutely hate each other. For instance, there's one episode in season 6 of the series where they kind of get along, but they're always at each other's throat. It's like it's like one of the first few 4 episodes of, it's like the 4th episode of the season. It's called The Father, the Son, and JC, which is Jimmy Carter. They come to later find out, and I'm just gonna assume you guys have seen the show, so you would know what I'm talking about here. There's an episode where Cotton lives in the VFW because of the fact that he can't provide for his family anymore due to the fact that he's broke because he's always on a scooch hunt. Scooch hunt meaning that he likes going out and getting hookers. Because Cotton's a 79-year-old pervert. And Cotton had lost his shins defending the country in World War II. Again, assuming you've seen the show, you would know what I'm talking about. Cotton's always whining because he can't have his way. And there's quite a few episodes where he gets together with Dale and they conspire with each other. One episode in particular was the final Shinsult in the 2nd season. Dale and Cotton both stole the artificial leg of General Paco Lopez de Santa Anna, and then Hank had to try to recover it, give it to the proper people, whatnot. Another episode, my personal favorite, that Cotton doesn't get seen in, but he's mentioned a lot because it's an episode practically all about him, is Serves Me Right for giving General George S. Patton the bathroom key, featured in season 13. What happens is Cotton dies, basically, and Hank has to do a bunch of crap for Cotton, and when he does, one of the final things he has to do is flush Cotton down the crapper that General George S. Patton once used. another episode there that Cotton's mentioned in a lot, and all his war buddies. Season 6, Soldier of Misfortune, or one of some episodes similar to that. Because they're at the VFW, and then the VFW gets repossessed, and then they have to sell all their war stuff. Gets the guys down, and really gets them upset, basically. They got defeated on their own soil, as Cotton put it. But we're going to make the VFW about this tall. Okay. Okay, we got 12 blocks up, so we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to do go up up 6 blocks. We're going to place a few. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That right there is our second floor level. Now back to the sandstone. Now we're just going to follow this trail all the way around the VFW. Once the VFW goes up all the way, which is right there, that's the top, and we're going to anyway, you guys get the idea. That's going to be the roof. It's going to go up all the way over here. So yeah, we'll probably what I'll do is get this wall even. Get the other 2 rows of blocks entirely placed here, and then we'll fill the floor in. Alright, we'll place the blocks that go here. get all these blocks placed, and then we'll go on to placing all the floor tiles, which is really just carpet. At least that's what it's gonna be considered as carpet, because what it really is just wool block. Cotton had to move from his house in Houston to the VFW, so everybody pretty much lives in the VFW now, so everybody who's been in the war, except the Vietnam vets, who they won't accept for some stupid reason. They came back, wanted to go into the Arlen VFW. Cotton, being the jerk he is, headbutted one of the guys right in the nuts. Now, again, for those of you who are new to the show, well, the series that's being made for this map, the buildings may not be in the exact placement of where they are in the show, but bear in mind there is no official map of the town. So I'm just placing them where I believe they are in relation to each other. Now, if you guys wanted to see a Let's Play or build series of stuff on The Sims 3 or The Sims or Sims 2, just leave a comment down below and I'll see what we can do about that. But in the meantime, nothing's going on as far as The Sims is concerned. But that's part of the reason why I took the break from Minecraft, is because I started playing The Sims 3 and whatnot. So we'll just continue this floor and get it done. Now there's a reason why I went up 6 on the main building. It's because the actual ceiling tiles are going to be placed at 4 blocks. So what you actually see is the ceiling, not the floor above. Still gotta figure out how I'm going to place the stairs yet, but that's neither here nor there just yet. But as you guys can see, the floor is already starting to take shape on the VFW. I'm not going to be able to make any of these things tutorialable because I just build it. I don't make tutorials on it. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. And so just don't ask for tutorials because you will not get them. Maybe later in time, if I feel generous enough, I might consider making a tutorial for it, but right now as it stands, no tutorials in the near future. So we'll just get the perimeter of this floor placed here. Once the floor is placed, we'll get all the ceiling placed after we get the walls in, and then we'll place all the lights in after that, which will probably end up being just glowstone. So yeah, once this is all done, I'll end the video for you guys, unless you wanted to watch. Yeah, actually no, I won't end the video for you guys there. I'll place all the walls on the lower floor, then I'll end the video. And that'll be the end of part 1 of VFW, and then once the VFW is put up, that series will be done. You guys probably won't see an update for the schools until maybe end of December, or even possibly after the new year, but that's only because other stuff is in front of Megalomart and this elementary school, to be specific. And okay, we got the floor in. But yeah, you guys can kind of see what it's going to look like at in the end result. But yeah, that's what the wall would look like in the end. Yeah, that right there is what the wall's gonna look like in the end. And then the ceiling height is about right there. Which is essentially a drop ceiling. So the reality is, everything being built like it is, this at 6 blocks, this at 4, makes everything inside 3 blocks tall. I don't like going down all the way to 2 because it makes everything feel cramped. And we don't have to worry about mobs spawning in here because the difficulty is on peaceful. But yeah, that's what the VFW will look like when it's all done. This is the main entrance type area. So yeah, that's what we have here. And I'm just showing this to you guys because, like this, because there may not be a video for a little while. But this is what the ceiling is gonna be right there, and this is what the floor is. Don't ask for dimensions because I'm not gonna count it either. But if you guys want the world as a download, I might consider doing it once the world is done. But then again, I might not release it. But don't be those type of people.